as an example of how bad it can get, he opens his little triangle face, opens up, and these jaws open up, and he starts tugging chunks of flesh off of me, from my cheeks, my shoulders, and he's flinging it. But I do remember a dream that I thought was a dream around that same time, but it wasn't. It was an anomalous dream. I've come to realize the differences between crisp memories, right, and these fuzzy memories. And so then I had this dream that I thought had occurred like weeks later, or at least several days later, where this big bug came like through the screen door on our deck. This is a deck that's 3 stories up above the backyard, and there's no stairs. So you can only get to it through the screen door off of the master bedroom. And just walks right up through that, and he's standing over me, and he's conveying to me telepathically.
What does the bug look like?
Big grasshopper, big praying mantis thing, big eyes, and kind of a triangle head.
Wow.
And so, but I wasn't afraid. It was
similar to like Close Encounters of the Third Kind mantis.
I don't remember any mantis, and
I thought there was maybe there's a Mandela effect or something. But anyway, you keep going.
Maybe so. All I remember is the little gray guys, and maybe a tall, skinny gray guy.
I thought there was a tall
big eyes,
mantis.
Yeah,
in the back. Yeah,
I don't remember any mantis in that, but but he was chastising me, and he was sort of lecturing me in sort of a condescending, instructional way, commanding me to stop wiggling around. And he's telling me, look, this body that you've got, it's nothing but a soul container, and we can't do anything to hurt that or steal it or damage it. We can do a lot of damage to your body if we want to. We don't want to. We're trying to help you. So quit squirming around, and we're going to do some tune-ups here. We're going to work on it a little bit.
What do you think the tune-ups were? How were they trying to help you?
I don't know. He just, and I never got that level of detail. All I got was, don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. We're trying to help you. And as an example of how bad it can get, he opens his little triangle face, opens up, and these jaws open up, and he starts tugging chunks of flesh off of me, from my cheeks, my shoulders, and he's flinging it, and there's blood spatter and everything, and it should have been absolutely terrifying.
Were you bleeding? And
I felt the tug on my face.
But he's ripping skin off your face.
Yeah, I felt the tug.
What?
And there's blood splashing, and the whole time he's like, "See, this is what we could do to you easily, but we're not doing that."
Afterwards, were you bloody due to that?
No, never any indication of anything. This is like mental imagery that I'm receiving.
Okay. So this doesn't feel like a physical.
No, it did feel like it. It felt like he wanted me to feel.
He wanted to simulate that you could. Okay.
Right. He wanted me to know that they could rip me to shreds if they wanted to, but they couldn't get to my soul. And even if I died in that process, I'm going to come back. There's a soul that's going to come back, and who knows? I might come back as one of them and come at them. So that was all that in a very intense moment, that lesson that just quit squirming around and let us get this freaking done. Okay. And then boom, I was out. That was it. So that was what made that so powerful scientifically is sleep paralysis doesn't last for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And sleep paralysis doesn't result in my wife getting in her soccer mom van and taking my 2 daughters and traveling up and down that ridgeline
Looking
for
for you?
hours
Wow.
looking for me.
Wow.